Forgot this didn't be.
Oh, I forgot to move my microphone over. There we go. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this, our 17th, I think. 17th stream, probably, something like that. In my mug today, first we're gonna start with story time. So we're gonna go for story time while Shane gets everything fired up, and we make sure that the volume is working. We seem to always have volume problems at the start of our streams.
Yeah, we kind of found out why though, because apparently the game just takes control of your
arbitrarily
your
things. Yeah, so I think I mentioned it on the forum. I know Jake talked about it, and I followed up in the forum. So personally, I find the behavior super annoying.
Yep.
As I know many of you also do. But it's in there as like a user friendliness thing for more casual players who maybe they probably don't have two monitors. They may not understand what Alt Tab is, and so it's like they left Skype running or they left some IM client running that's going to make a bunch of noise, and so they turn the volume up when they're playing minimum, and then it's like blasting IM notifications in their ears or something like that. So that's why the auto ducking is there, but without an option to. What the heck? Server is already at capacity. I have never seen that. What does that mean?
I don't know, man.
What does that message
We've got
mean?
10 million players playing minimum right now.
Did a lot of people suddenly start playing? What's going on?
No, I have no idea. Probably had something to do with the maintenance, I guess.
Maybe? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it might not have downloaded a new.
Oh my god, maybe it didn't. Maybe it's still left over from the test.
What version is it on? No, that's 50208. That's the right version.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, let's go see if it's downloading. I can't leave now.
Awesome. Good start. Alright, good start to the stream, guys. The volume went down again, so let's fix the volume.
How did I do that? How's that happen?
And yes, DevLX, we did miss you last week. Although I wasn't here on Friday, so.
How loud?
Yeah, turn that.
All
Yeah,
the
just
way
up to. No, that's fine. If it's up at the medium, that should be fine.
Alright.
It's the audible you want to hit. Get the one below it.
Oh, this I see.
And turn that up. Yeah,
Oops.
there you go. Just so that's fine. That's fine. All right, volume should be. Yeah, so Scrubs, exactly. Scrubs, you don't have two monitors. That's who we're talking about.
Oh my god, is it not even finding your game right now?
You might have to kill it.
Flash.
Good start. All right, so while Shane's dealing with that, we're gonna go back to story time. So, yeah, the volume's always fine at the start, and then when we try to join a match, the client auto ducks the sound, and so that's why we always have that problem. So, on the forums, I find it super annoying. Some other users find it friendly. So we're gonna add an option we're gonna add a UI option to disable it basically, so that you guys won't have to deal with that anymore. All of you non-scrubs won't have to deal with it. So the story I was gonna tell at the beginning was about how exhausted I am right now. I don't know if you guys can tell. My normally vibrant visage is paler and more exhausted. So it's a series of things that resulted in this. Hey, can you check the volume one more time? Make sure
One more time.
Yeah, just want to make sure. They didn't say anything, but yeah, I did.
Oh my gosh.
There we go. All right, fix. Should be fixed again. So as I was saying, so I'm exhausted today for a bunch of reasons that all coincided at once. So when we first started working, or when we were trying to get minimum across the finish line, so to get out in early access in the first place, we crunched super hard, which we've talked about in the past, I think. So there was a long period where I was working we were all working 80, 100 hours a week, and so I started. I wish I'd taken a picture of it. I had piles of Mountain Dew cans, Mountain Dew and Pepsi and other various caffeinated, stereotypical gamer beverages piled all around my desk. It got really bad because I was just it's 5 or 6 of them a day I was drinking.
Oh, the Titan. You're betraying me.
He's betraying you. So I let's just say I gained a bit of weight during that period. I've never exactly been like fit. You know, I've never been like a calendar pinup man exactly. But I was less fat. Let's just say I was less fat. So, so we got to here. Things are a little easier now that we're not hardcore crunching anymore. We're just working hard. So things have eased off a little bit. So I'm like, okay, it's time to correct all of the mistakes I made with my health during the crunch period at a minimum. So I tried to do a bunch of things simultaneously. First of all, I just cut out the soda again. So no soda, no caffeine, no sugar, whatever. Got rid of that. Trying to eat a little healthier. That's going a little slower. But the biggest one is so there's a place almost across the street from where we work. That's a problem creator is that I don't lift, right? Shane lifts. Grabe lifts. Leebarg lifts. I do not lift. Jeff lifts too. Honestly, of the 4 people who are typically on stream, I'm the only one who doesn't lift.
You came to lift once.
It's not that I've literally never lifted,
yeah.
But you could not describe me as someone who lifts.
No, that's
right.
True. That's true.
That's an inaccurate way to describe me. So, but there's a place that opened up a couple of months ago. It's almost across the street from our offices here. It's called Iron Pagoda. It's like they do like martial arts and stuff like that there. It's basically like a big room with nice wood floors and mats and stuff.
That's a cool bug.
Yeah, it's a cool place. Oh, what bug? What did you do? Oh, that thing. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that before. So I went over there and I joined it. And they have a boot camp thing they do there. So it's 30 minutes of like the super high intensity like interval training type stuff. It's mostly body weight exercises. But it's like it's like go as hard as you possibly can at whatever push-ups, squats, burpees, whatever for 30 seconds, and then take a breather for 15 seconds, and then do it for 30 seconds and 15. You just do that for a straight half hour with very few breaks, and then you're done. So I went back there and I did the first one on Monday, and it wrecked me. And the second day is always the worst. So today is the second day after I did that, and this morning waking up was like the worst thing in the world. Like I'm sitting there in bed, and like I don't feel it immediately because like I'm laying down, but then I try to get up, and it's like I feel every single muscle. It's like I'm one of those medical sketches that's like drawing out like where every muscle is, and I'm trying like any movement hurts because every muscle hurts. It doesn't matter what I do, what position I be in.
So which exercises did you do?
It was a bunch of stuff.
Just a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I mean there was like different kinds of push-ups of like like push-ups with like one arm up and one arm down and stuff like that. And then there was one where I was supposed to like do that and then like switch to the other one in the middle of it. And you're supposed to like do like a hop and look like a badass. Yeah. But like he did it once. The instructor, he did it once. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like this is like do you see me? That's not gonna happen. But I tried anyway. I tried my best anyway. And they had these chains with grips on them connected up to a beam in the ceiling. Yeah. So you did like body weight, like pull-ups and stuff like that on them. And so I know there was probably like a dozen different things that we did over the course of the half hour. So just everything hurts. Well, I squat my body weight, which is a lot, honestly. Yeah, so I warmed up. Yeah, so like that's the thing. It was almost a personal trainer. It's not a personal trainer. Technically, it's like a group class type of thing. But it's a newer place and it's a local place. So there's usually not a ton of people there. So like when I went on Monday, it was during a crazy rain tornado storm. So like I was the only one there. So it was basically me and this dude. It was practically like a one-on-one training thing. So like he took me through warm-ups and we did stretches after and that kind of stuff. So I did everything that I'm supposed to do. But like just so bad. Yeah, someone mentioned potassium. I'm actually allergic to bananas.
How? What?
Yeah, right?
That doesn't make any sense to me.
It didn't make so I used to love bananas. It was like a late onset allergy because I used to eat them in like cereal and stuff growing up. Like I would eat them like breakfast or whatever. I love bananas. And then like late high school, early college, I started like I just kind of stopped eating them because I just didn't feel great when I ate them, and I didn't make a connection. But I just sort of like naturally stopped eating them. And then when I was studying abroad in Japan, of all places, I was like, went to the grocery store, I'm like, I'm going to eat some bananas. I haven't had bananas in a while. So I bought a bunch of bananas and I ate them. like, God, my lips are like sore, and like this always happens when I eat bananas. And it was like this light bulb, like, oh my God, I'm allergic to bananas. That's why my lips hurt and feel like puffy and stuff. And like I would get sick to my stomach a little bit. And so...
You know what that is, Norm?
What's that?
That's bananas.
That's bananas. That is bananas.
I'm sorry, guys.
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
I'm so sorry, guys.
This story is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. This story is bananas.
Okay, we can stop now.
Can we? Sorry, so I've been going longer than I meant to. But so the point is, I did this boot camp thing, and it totally destroyed me. And so this is the second day, and so I'm exhausted and like sore and everything. Yeah. Plus, I've given up the soda, so I don't have any caffeine. So like about 5:30, right about the time I was supposed to kick off the pre-stream, I was like almost asleep at my desk. I'm like, I can't do this. So this mug, this is my long story. I've explained that this mug contains tea today. I'm gonna try doing tea.
Tea is good.
Yeah,
I got some chai tea over my.
Yeah, Jimmy brought me a box of like standard like black Earl Grey. So it's like
I like vanilla honey chamomile.
Yeah,
it's really good.
I mean, I drank when I lived in Japan. I drank tea all the time. So like I like tea. It's just for some reason I don't drink it here really.
Yeah.
I don't know why. So we're gonna try tea. We're gonna see if this'll help. And yeah, I'll try to find a better potassium. So maybe I could just take a multivitamin or something. Like they got potassium in it. There's other ways I could get it if I had to. So that's my story of how I destroyed myself. So maybe in a couple of months we'll have like a flexing contest on stream, like me and Shane and Grabe and Jeff. We can all have like a.
Grabe doesn't need a contest. He'll just flex.
He'll just flex. Well, Grabe will just flex, yeah. But then like we'll do like a before and after. Hey, Sonatorum, welcome. Glad you're here for 5 to 10 minutes. You should be able to adjust quality settings. We have the partnership thing, so like I'm set on low in my like peak stream. Caffeine is a great steroid supplement. Does that mean you have to use it with steroids, or you're just saying you can use it instead of steroids? Because I can use it instead of steroids. That sounds awesome.
I'm pretty sure people would have figured that out.
Yeah, it seems like that would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think he's saying that they'll make the steroids easier to absorb.
Oh.
Which is probably true because like that's why. Like if you guys use Excedrin, if you guys get headaches, Excedrin is like here's my pre-advertisement for Excedrin. It's like the best headache medication because it's got caffeine in it in addition to acetaminophen and aspirin.
Oh, that's cool.
So the caffeine makes it easier for the stuff to get past the blood-brain barrier, and so it makes it absorb way more effectively. So maybe the same thing's true of steroids. Doesn't seem out of the question. Dude, Shane has muscles, man. Dude, Shane flex.
No, I'm not gonna flex.
You're not gonna flex?
I'm not gonna flex.
No? He's not gonna flex, guys. But I'm telling you, he's got muscles. He didn't have muscles. Like a year ago before he started doing this.
No, I was.
He was just skinny.
I was weak as shit.
He was just skinny and weak.
That's a swear jar.
Yeah, I was following up. No, I stopped myself. All right, that's another. We'll put it in swear jar. But no, Shane was like super skinny and super weak.
I lost like 20 pounds of fat. Nice. I think.
You didn't have that much fat, though.
I didn't think I did either, but apparently I did.
Apparently you did?
I was at like 194 or something like that, and I'm down to like 170 now.
Wow,
so.
And you have more muscle mass.
And I have more muscle mass.
Wow.
So.
Wow. All right.
Diet and exercise, you guys. That's what it is. It's
diet and
hard.
Exercise.
Get a workout buddy like Grabe or something, and
Grabe is crazy.
It's so much easier.
So as Shane
not as crazy as Grabe.
Well, yeah, I'm saying as Shane alluded to, I worked out with Grabe like twice, I think, right? Once or twice? I don't remember how many times. Once or twice. And so he likes to do boxing. He'll do the pads and he'll have you box. And I actually loved that. That was super fun. Yeah. If I could just do that with Grabe, that would be pretty cool. But no, he always wants to do all this other stuff. And so he was making us we were doing sit-ups where you have like you hold a medicine ball over your head and then you're supposed to like throw it essentially as you sit up to help. Yeah. Like it's momentum to help you do more sit-ups, but it also seems maybe an arm workout a little bit too. I don't know.
It does work out like your lats when you're doing that. There's like an overhead lat pull down.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like that. So you also get a little bit of exercise with your lats. Not a lot because we don't use that much weight.
Well, yeah, I mean not that heavy. But.
Yeah.
But so Gray was making me do this, and like I don't know how many I did, but I did way too many. I just kept doing them.
You did surprisingly well, and I was like, wow. I did not know you could do that many sit-ups.
I paid for that so hard. Yeah. Like, so usually I sleep on my stomach, and it felt like I had like like a
metal
can,
plate or something?
like a metal plate.
Yeah.
I could feel every individual abdominal muscle when I laid down. It was like the worst agony. And that was for like days afterward.
That's good, man.
It's not good.
That lets you know you're alive.
It's horrible. No, it lets me know. It feels like I'm dying. It feels like I have cancer or something.
Right, but if you're dying, you can't die if you're already dead, so that means you're alive.
All right, I suppose.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess I can't. I suppose I can't argue with that. What weapon are you using right now, by the way?
I have no idea. These weapons are.
Well, shoot it. Let's see what it is. Shoot it. That's the fork launcher.
It's a fork launcher.
Yeah, he's using the fork launcher right now, which is probably a little overly strong, actually. We might tone it down. So that's the story of why I'm drinking tea today, and why I was so tired before the stream started. So I'm glad you guys could be here with us for me to convey that story to you. So let's talk a little bit about actual game stuff. So for some reason, I find it difficult to differentiate between TJ and Shane. What?
Oh no, we look alike.
Kind of, but Shane's got just long hair. Shane's got the long hair.
I've got glasses too, so.
And glasses, yeah.
TJ doesn't have
And TJ's
glasses.
usually wearing like a hat or something. Like that's his whole thing now.
Yep.
Monocles, hats, that kind of stuff. To avoid future injuries, use a foam roller at the end of your workout. Actually, so he did that for me. I was working with a different guy than I worked with before. And yeah, it was like a really fat water noodle, basically. Yeah. And like he had me put it under my shoulders and then like roll up and down on it.
Yeah, that feels really good. Like if you're sore today, just get one of those.
I gotta get one of those.
And like just need that muscle. Whatever muscles are hurt for like 5-10 minutes. It will feel like. It's like basically giving yourself a massage.
Yeah, that's what it was like even doing it there. It was like, because I kind of tweaked some of my shoulder a little bit, so it was like, oh, let's do this. And it felt way better.
Yeah, it's really good.
30-0 TDM match? What? Damn, Zane. Chain? Have we decided how we pronounce his name?
X-A-A-N.
Yeah.
Zane. He said Zane.
Zane, right? Yeah, I'm going to say Zane.
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 But I don't think there's any official pronunciation for that. I think we can call it whatever we want.
Whatever we want? Yeah. Well, I'm trying to like get it like, sorted out. So we got it all in there. Muscles 56. Or it's Muzzles. But he's calling himself Muscles 56. Yeah, you got to teach me, man. Muzzles, teach me to muscle, please. Let's see. Dickie's asking, the new R-Pass looks amazing. Any chance of implementing some kind of hotkey system for armor crafting? Would it be awesome to just hit M123? Yeah. So, So we would talk about a quick craft system for a while, where we'll let you pick your favorite armors and then assign them to kind of like a hot bar type of thing. So you just hit 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, probably not 1, 2, 3, 4 because we use those for weapons, but 4, 5, 6, 7 or something like that. To quickly craft those things. So yeah, we're definitely going to do that. We've got various UI overhauls in process.
I feel really stupid.
Why?
Because you read that question out loud and you said hotkey. I thought you said hockey.
Hockey?
And I was like, what is
he talking about? We're going to add, hockey is a minigame in minimum, don't you? Aren't you excited about that?
I had no idea. I had no idea.
It's going to be super fun.
And I'm sitting here like, what is he talking about? A hockey system?
Actually, the function keys would be cool too. Yeah, actually, that's a good suggestion, Sohal. We could use the F1, F2, F3 to bring up the crafting menu, but constrain it to just helmets or just body pieces or just legs. Yeah. That's a cool idea. I'm gonna write that down. Good suggestion, Sohal. Thank you. That's a good idea. So we'll probably do a quick craft thing, and we may also do something like what Sohal just suggested, where we'll give you a quick filter option, essentially. He was asking any chance for some facial features for our blockheads, like a face texture with some block eyes and maybe a block nose or mouth.
They already do. We have 5 different blank face animations.
That's right. Yeah, haven't you noticed? They're all they're really subtle.
They're really detailed. Nick worked so hard.
That's right, so hard on those. I don't know if we'll ever do mouths and noses and stuff. We do have some facial hair and mustaches and stuff like that we've been toying with. So we'll probably do that at some point, but I don't know if we'll do noses and mouths and stuff. It's kind of the minimum thing is supposed to be that they're literally a blockhead. I don't know if we'll actually do that or not. You letting them know we're streaming this, by the way? I'll leave Graves in there, of course.
Graves in there.
Yeah. So yeah, not sure if we'll get faces in. But facial hair and like stuff like that, yeah, I think that'll definitely come. We've already got some of those we've been making. Let's see. Creators asking, on the Titan game mode, could the death cam be a first-person view from the Titan POV if the Titan is live? It could be, I suppose.
That would be cool.
Could be kind of cool. That could be a cool spectator camera too, if we ever get spectator mode working. So it could be. Short answer is it could, yeah. Longer answer is we have a lot of stuff we want to do with the death cam anyway. Like we want to be able to, like you should be able to do what you can do in most modern shooters, which is you can see from the perspective of who is killing you, so you can see what they were doing and where they were and stuff like that. So we have a bunch of stuff we need to add for that. And yeah, being able to look through a Titan would probably be one of those things we could make available. What about just eyes or eyebrows? Yeah, eyebrows maybe. Honestly I think hair is where we limit it to. Block pieces of block hair. So we can do like block eyebrows maybe, possibly. I don't know, man. Maybe. Short answer is maybe. We got to be careful about putting too many facial features on our block guys. We don't want to upset our carefully chosen art style here. Muzzle saying you guys should do holiday events like the Killing Floor. We do want to do holiday events. That's one of those things where we kind of need to get out of early access first. We don't have the bandwidth right now to do them proper, to make like special Halloween armor, or well, actually I guess we might by Halloween, but to make like special 4th of July armor or special Steam sale armor or things like that. So we do want to do that. We just need to get all the core stuff in there for early access first, and then we'll talk about or then we'll almost certainly end up doing cool event stuff like that. Hold on, my phone is ringing because I'm rude. All right, now it's not ringing anymore. So Notarm's asking, I wonder what's up with the tuxedo armor thing. Saw it in one of the minimum pictures with everyone wearing different armors. So the tuxedo armor is something we're working on. It's one of the streamer armors that we're working on. It's for I think she's talked about it. We're working on an armor with Hafu. It's Hafu. For her to give out however she sees fit. So the tuxedo armor will end up being something that we do with her in the future. So I don't know what the time frame is on that. Not in the immediate future, but coming up at some point. Definitely. Let's see. When will Harvest Moon be added? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's just busted right now. We haven't had a chance to get to a Steam. We need to do a full Steam Achievements pass. We want to add a ton more of those things. So my best guess is like the July update, probably. We're working on like Steam trading cards and stuff like that at the same time. So in one of these updates, we'll put out Steam trading cards and a new pass on Steam Achievements, and maybe Steam trading as well at that point and things like that. So that's the goal for that. I can't say exactly when. Probably in July sometime will be the most likely scenario. And we're sorry that you're not the first person, Muzzles, to try and get that and then be unable to. So very very sorry about that. Does Eid count as a holiday event, or Ramadan? Yeah, Ramadan could count. Yeah, I don't know when is Ramadan this year. Is it like August time frame, something like that? I don't know when it actually is. I've actually fasted for Ramadan before, just because I wanted to see what it was like, and it was really hard. Like that was brutal. That's rough. Hafu, yeah, I think she started on League of Legends. She mostly streams Hearthstone nowadays.
Did you hear about the all-male Hearthstone tournament?
Yeah, what the heck, guys? Yeah, so there was some I don't remember what it was, some Finnish tournament, right? Well, I guess the Finnish tournament is a feeder for a Korean tournament. It was
the IESF or something, IESL, something like that.
Yeah, so it was a big Korean tournament circuit.
Something like that.
Yeah, and they have, they were trying, it's like, so the stupid period, right? It's like, of all the sports that need to be gender segregated, esports are probably not one of them. It's like, there's no physical stature differences. Yeah. It's like,
no one's going to accidentally molest anyone on the field or anything.
Yeah, so it's like, it's stupid on the face of it. But then they took it a step further in the stupidity by not offering the same games to both leagues.
Yeah.
It's like StarCraft is offered in both, but otherwise it's like there's no Street Fighter in the female league, there's no League of Legends, or no, there's no Dota in the female league, and there's no Hearthstone.
Yeah.
And it's like Hearthstone, especially Hearthstone. It's like it's a thinking person's game.
Yeah.
And like Hafu in particular, Hafu is one of the better Hearthstone players, and it's like, really?
Yeah.
Like, there's a number of really good female Hearthstone players, and it just seems ridiculous. But you know,
what a world, man! What a world!
What are you gonna do? So it sucks for the Finnish guys because it's like they don't really like they're caught up in this.
Yeah.
It's like they're a feeder tournament for this bigger tournament, and it's like they're in a tough position. It's like, well, what if one of the female contestants wins the tournament, and the Korean tournament doesn't allow her to go on? It's like, well, what are they supposed to do? I guess they hand it to the second place person. If it was a guy, what if the second place person is also a woman?
Right.
It's like now they're in this stupid position of like, you know, they've got to figure out some weird way to make it so that they can have women in their tournament, but not allow a women to proceed. It's just like the whole thing is dumb.
The whole thing is just
it's just
a
so
clustercluck.
So dumb. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, has it already started? Oh, apparently Ramadan's already started. I didn't realize that. Well, Sohal, thank you for devoting your evenings to us. Then I hope you're eating a delicious feast. Well, should we eat? I guess when we stream, it's late enough for you to eat, right? Because the earliest our streams start at 8:00 GMT. So if we ate on stream, we could eat with you as you break your fast. Maybe that would be a fun event. Eat with Sohal on stream. Let's see here. So did she choose a tuxedo, or is like, here's some cosmetic armors, pick one you'd like to? Somewhere in between. So we made her like, I think like 3 or 4 maybe different options based on, you know, we're trying to make something that fit with her brand identity, you know, with what she is. So we did the tuxedo thing. She's got that whole Pingu penguin thing going on. So we're like, okay, yeah, we'll make like a penguin hat, and then you'll have a tuxedo with some orange shoes, and so it's like a penguin kind of thing. So that was the idea there. For the Tipsy Dwarf guys, we've been making them like a Tipsy Dwarf kind of armor. So it's like a dwarf. He's got like a cask of ale on his back and a mohawk and stuff like that. So when we do these things, we try to match what those streamers, you know, whatever their you know, their identity is. We try to make something that works for that. Dickie, that achievement is broken. So sorry about that. That achievement is broken. I feel like it's like a horrifying psychological experiment we've done to you guys, where yeah, so it doesn't work. Don't try to do it. Very sorry about that. We'll fix it probably in time for the July update when we go through and do a broader achievements patch on it. So yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, so back to the actual game content stuff. So we put out this patch today. As you guys saw, the most obvious change is the Disaster Zone map has been updated, and of course we're on desert now, so we probably just rotated away from it, didn't we?
Yeah.
So Disaster Zone's been updated. We finally put that out live for you guys. Sorry it took a little longer than we meant it to. We had some performance problems with it. We wanted to make sure that it ran efficiently for you guys.
Yeah. At least not terribly.
At least not terribly. Yeah, it was running like half the speed of our other maps.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to make sure it was running okay before we get it out to you guys. And I think there's some more tweaks to it coming, probably in next week's build or something like that.
Next week, or if we can get something out tomorrow, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to do that.
That's probably not gonna happen.
No. Our back-end guys are already like they're heading up to the lake or whatever for the 4th of July. So no new builds until next week, almost certainly.
Unless we get Jake to drive to wherever.
To drive, I think they're in Boston.
Well, if we can get
or New York,
if we can get Jake to drive to Boston or New York, break into their facility, and
yeah, I suppose.
I'm sure he's down for that.
Jake's a solid snake kind of dude. I think he can handle it. So the new Disaster Zone is the newest thing. Yes, one third of the minimum achievements are broken. That is a true statement, Zane. I cannot deny that. So Disaster Zone out. We put a fix out that should fix the most common cause of those disconnects you guys were seeing. It was actually usually a server crash. So there was a bug where we have traits, basically, so things like armor and weapons. Anytime you see like plus 50 health or movement speed bonuses and things like that, those are all traits, and we have a system where those things get stacked up and added on characters. And things like the fire damage from flame turrets and napalm grenades, and the slowing effect from the cryo sniper and the shotgun and stuff. All of those things are traits. And so there was a bug where if you stacked enough traits, you could overflow the space we expect those to be in, and you could crash the server that way. So we fixed that so it doesn't crash anymore. And so that was what was causing the majority of the crashes we were seeing. So that should be mostly resolved. Please do let us know anytime you see those kinds of things.
Yeah.
So we can, and also, so on top of that, the crash reporter, the thing that's supposed to let us know when servers are crashing, was broken. Because when our backend guys did one of their, this is what one of the things that their update today was to fix, was the fact that the thing that was supposed to let us know when crashes were happening wasn't working. So we weren't getting the reports that the servers were going down, which is why we thought it was like an actual disconnect issue of some sort. It turns out, nope, servers are going down. So now we know that thing's fixed again. So future server crashes, we should be able to diagnose in a timely fashion this time. Sonatorium saying, let's see, launcher tweak suggestion. For the Fork Plasma Mini, replace the redirection with the All-Fire. Oh, yeah, I read that thread. Was it you that posted that, Sonatorium? Yeah, man, I'm so torn. We've talked a lot about the redirection on the launchers. I like it because it's unique, but I agree with the people who were saying that... oh, and by the way, thanks for coming by, T-Law. Thanks for joining the stream. Sorry I had to go
actually showed up
before we were done. What's that?
T-Law's actually here.
Yeah. Who's that? Do you know?
Oh, well, he was like, "Oh man, I can't like watch the stream again because it's like at 5 a.m. where I'm at." So I guess he just woke up super early.
Damn, dude. Well, thank you even more for coming. Then that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I'm sorry you're probably already disconnected before I get to say that. But if you watch the video later, you'll see me thanking you. Thank you for being here. But anyway, yeah. So we've talked a lot about the redirect stuff. It's likely that we will try taking it away from some of the weapons in the near future. I don't know if we'll do all the launchers right away. We'll probably just start with the main plasma launcher just because it's the most it's the most used.
Broken.
Yeah, the most. Well, I would say the fork launcher is probably more, at least in the right hands anyway.
Currently,
the fork launcher is the more broken one. So we'll probably start with the base plasma launcher and just do a trial on that and see what it feels like. And the speed up suggestion was a good one. So we'll probably give that a shot. Yeah, you and Solar Loon, that's right, or Lune, however you pronounce that. So yeah, we'll probably give that one a shot. I think that's a solid suggestion, and I'll pitch it to Weapon Tinkerer after the stream. He's probably listening to it, so I'll pitch it to him. And we'll see when we can do a tryout of that. Muzzle's asking for co-op modes coming soon. Friends won't get into it unless there is one. Yeah, so we're working on Horde mode right now. It's probably not due out until sometime in August. We might get like an early sneak peek of it out sooner than that, but proper Horde mode won't be out until sometime in August probably. But yeah, we're working on a Horde mode type of thing, and that'll be co-op versus AI sort of situation. We're also having bots come in soon. So we might give you the option to queue up to do like a versus bots game, basically. If you don't want to have to play against humans, you just want to play against bots. So then you'll be able to play like Titan mode proper, but with just against bots. So that will be coming. That could be coming sooner. That'll probably be out sometime in July. Proper Horde mode probably in August sometime. So they're coming. So yeah, if your friends are waiting on that, let them know that it's on its way, and we'll be doing that. Yeah, like Boone said, it'll probably be one of the last things that we add. Not literally the last thing, but it's one of the big features to kind of round out early access, which will I guess we can sort of transition that into talking about our plan for leaving early access. So we haven't talked too much about our specific. We've talked about the kinds of things we want to get out there and our specific plans. We're trying to nail down what the final feature set will look like to get out of early access, and then we're going to put that up on the forum for you guys to take a look at and comment on, and make sure that it's it's the sort of thing that basically make sure that you guys agree with us that this is the right set of features to move out of early access. And to be clear, moving out of early access doesn't mean that we're going to stop updating. It doesn't mean that that we don't intend to do more stuff beyond that. This is just the point at which we feel like we have a solid enough feature set that we can leave early access and and not feel like basically sell the game without apologies, essentially, and then continue to add more things to it down the road and continue to expand it. But put it out there and know that your average Steam gamer can be confident that they can get in there and and it's a solid playable game that's got a good set of features. So we're currently right now we're thinking like end of August, maybe September is our time frame for trying to get out of early access. So that's basically 2 major updates into the future is what we're looking at. And like I said, we'll put some of that stuff up soon, so you guys can take a look at it and comment on it, and we'll get you guys more concrete timelines and things like that once we've got that all nailed down. So we're working on that right now, and so yeah, hopefully soon. Minimum has level cap is 21 right now, which is actually an accident, by the way.
Yeah.
We didn't mean to increase it to 21. That wasn't supposed to go out, but it went out and people were already at 21, and we were like, well, all right, I guess you guys level 21. It was supposed to stay at 18. We were going to release that update later once we had the prestige mode to go along with it. So, yeah. So basically 21's the cap right now, but that's an accidental cap.
Sorry, there's only like 5 people who have level 21, I think.
Oh, yeah?
Something like that.
Not too many, yeah. I mean, it's a lot of XP to get there, so.
Yeah. So those players are really hard to
They're the most dedicated.
Game.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, exactly. So Horde mode should be coming in August or September, most likely. Yep. Horde mode will be in there. It's one of the features to get in before we leave early access, so that's the plan right now. And like I said, we might put out a preview version of it sooner than that. But that's the plan, is to have that co-op Horde mode in August, September as part of the milestone that gets us to leave in early access. And it's an important feature, or it's an important date for us because by far the biggest thing we can do to increase our player base is to be a proper full-on Steam game, right? That's what's going to give the average Steam gamer the confidence to buy into it. There's a big group of people, so you've got the Venn diagram, right? You've got like the set of all players on Steam, and then you've got set of players who are interested in the kind of game that Minimum is, like a third-person shooter, MOBA kind of hybrid thing, and then of that you've got another circle which is set of people that are willing to buy into an early access title at all, right? And so we just we restrict our market by being an early access thing. And so we were trying to do with early access what how we think it's meant to be used. We're getting a lot of really awesome feedback from you guys. We've made a ton of improvements and new features and bug fixes and some major balance changes based on what we've seen from you guys. And so that's our goal for early access. And then once we get out of early access, that's when we can sort of expand it to a wider audience and hopefully bring in a big crop of fresh blood into the game. Mutant Panda just got in Twitch. What was added in the patch? Finalized the Disaster Zone. So the arted up version of Disaster Zone is out there now. And we did some bug fixes for server crashes, behind the scenes stuff that hopefully you weren't seeing really commonly, but to be honest, the armor stacking map crash was common enough that I'm sure most of you encountered it while it was there. So hopefully that should make things more stable for you guys overall. Yeah, so Horde mode is good. A more traditional dungeon crawl is still something we want to do, but Horde mode is a more realistic thing for us to get in before the end of early access. We want to have some sort of co-op mode for you guys to play, for friends who don't want to. Zane's a hipster. He only buys early access games and asks for a refund if once we exit early access. All right. Well, I can't please everyone, man. That's just how it goes.
You could just leave it in early access for him. And then
just for
he
you?
can play with bots.
Play with bots?
Yeah.
That's true.
And then he'll just stay in.
Yeah, we'll make you a special mode.
Yeah.
Special Zane only early access mode. You can just play with bots by yourself in an endless early access space. let's see here. So that's the plan. So we would still like to do more of a dungeon crawl thing where we're escorting the Titan, but the horde mode is the thing that we can get in quickly, and that will, that like I said, I think we'll scratch that co-op itch, and then we'll expand on that down the road. I think you guys said no eyes, facial features. What about a Groucho Marx glasses nose? And we could probably do that. If it was clearly like the block person equivalent of like literally wearing those like Groucho Marx glasses and noses, I think we could do that.
Yeah. That'd be fine.
You may have found a middle ground in which you could get that. Is this the new map? No, I mean this is this is one of the maps that we added in the July update. So this is Space Station. This is one of the 2 new deathmatch maps that we added 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
I think 2 weeks ago we released these. Yeah, there's this and then the event, which is like a city-based one. Disaster Zone is the one that we updated, also known as CIT-03. That's the last map in the rotation. So we got this map. Or no, actually it'll be next, right? Or no, Titan Factory is next.
Titan Factory. Probably.
Yeah. So it will be Space Station, then Titan Factory, then the event, and then Disaster Zone. So there's a couple of maps. Probably like a half an hour yet before we get to Disaster Zone, I would imagine. The arted up version. Half hour to 45 minutes. Gun 1223 is on the other team apparently. Be sure to slaughter him mercilessly.
Who's on the other team?
Gun 1223. I don't know if that's the same name as team necessarily.
Oh.
He says he's on the other team.
I see him.
You see him?
Yeah.
Make sure you slaughter him.
All right.
Show no mercy.
Oh, I think he just killed himself actually.
Hey, did he?
I think he just
in fear. When he heard me give the order.
Yeah, he was just like
to unleash the dogs of war. He was like, I can't do this, man. Can't be part of this. Let's see here. Any plans to add music? Quite silent and empty window. The Disaster Zone should have music now.
Disaster Zone should have music, and we are going to be adding music to the Team Deathmatch maps.
Are we?
Yeah.
What music?
The music that's in the Pagoda Deathmatch map.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Cool. So
Jake was very adamant about adding that. He was like, "You're gonna add this to the." Like, okay, I guess I'm gonna add it.
It would be better with music in the.
It definitely would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So short answer. Apparently, we're adding music to Deathmatch too. I didn't realize that. So that's coming, and then the new Disaster Zone map that we put out should have the normal like Titan mode stuff in it now, which it didn't have before.
Correct.
So, yep, that should be there. Let's see here. Yeah. So TDM music is coming, Sonatorum. Why aren't you building any armor? That's just like Shane's thing.
It's what I do, man.
He believes he's so much better than everyone that he doesn't need to build armor to dominate.
It's actually just because I don't know what any of the armor does.
What?
So
you can't say that. You're a dev, man.
We keep changing it so much.
We haven't changed it that much.
We've changed
stuff. Like adjusted. It gets adjusted.
It's the same reason why I don't know like any of these loadouts. Because the only weapons I know are the mini launcher and like the rail sniper.
You're killing me.
That's
man.
it.
You are ruining their view of us.
I haven't found a weapon that I've actually fallen in love with yet.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes me sad.
Yeah. Well, like in like TF2, like I was just like spy all the time.
All the time.
Yeah. So it was like, oh man,
I
just love that. I love the spy.
Guy.
Yeah. That was like the best gameplay, and it's like there's nothing really spy-ish. I guess about this.
The swords are kind of spy-ish. Like they're about ambushing and killing.
Yeah, they're ambushing and stuff, but I don't know. I don't like the swords because of the auto aim and whatnot.
Yeah. The noob. It can't be noob tube is what we call them in noob slabs. Noob. No, that doesn't sound right. Noob bars. What should we call the swords, guys? That is reminiscent of the
scrub stuff.
Call of Duty noob tube. Well, noob tube is from Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So we need a name for the swords that conveys that same kind of thing. 100% Cantina Band in TDM. That'd actually be pretty good.
Which one? Oh yeah.
On the Space Station, at least, right? No.
So I'm gonna lose a lot.
You're about to say that you don't like that song.
I'm gonna lose. No, I'm gonna say something way worse. I don't like Star Wars.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I don't like Star Wars.
Shame. Oh my God. There's probably like 10 people in this chat right now who are thinking about buying Minimum.
Yeah.
They're like, these guys seem pretty cool. Maybe
if they buy Minimum, I will like Star Wars for them.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You've seen Star Wars, right?
Yeah, I own Star Wars.
You own it?
I own it.
But you don't like it.
Correct.
I don't understand that.
Well,
is that like a
It was on sale at like Amazon. I was like, you know what? I haven't seen these.
Even though I
movies
hate
since
this. Oh, I see. You hadn't seen it.
I've seen like episode 1 or whatever,
What?
and I was like, this is really not.
That
bad.
is bad,
The
though.
only good thing about that movie was Jar Jar Binks.
Oh my God, Listen. All right, so you haven't seen 5, 6, or
I've seen
4,
all
5,
of
and 6.
I've seen all of them.
You have. Okay.
Yeah, I own them. I've watched them. I watched them in like a weekend. I did like a full. I tried to do the
Did you
same.
do the machete order?
No, I did.
So machete order. So I did this with some friends. So machete order Star Wars is you watch episode 4 and 5,
Yeah,
right? Then you skip episode 1 because that's just BS,
yeah.
and then you watch 2 and 3, and then you watch 6.
Okay.
Because that way you basically get the story of Luke up until you find out Darth Vader is his father, and you go back and you learn about Darth Vader and how he becomes Darth Vader, and then you see episode 6 and you see the resolution of those two things.
Yeah, no, I think I just went
It
1
works
through
better.
6. I think I just went 1 through 6.
1 through 6,
Yeah.
yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
Especially if you're doing it in a weekend, I
Yeah.
can see why you would hate it at that
I
point.
tried to do the same thing with Harry Potter, and I got to like the 3rd movie or something.
Yeah.
I was like,
I'm done with
this
this.
is why? Why?
Oh God, we're hating on everything in this episode.
Man,
We're making enemies of everybody.
I
Star
love,
Wars fans, Harry Potter fans.
I love Indiana Jones. So
I do. Indiana Jones is great.
I think the 2nd movie is highly underrated.
We should have a whip weapon in minimum.
We should totally have a
With a
whip
hat?
with a hat.
Like a whip and a
Yeah,
hat. That would be cool.
maybe like a holster, pistolless holster,
Pistol holster.
so that you
Yeah.
can go for
So you
it.
just
like
kill people with
nothing.
swords immediately?
Yeah,
It should have like plus 200% damage against swords.
yeah.
Right? So like running your
So,
sword and they just go
one
down.
shot, only one shot though.
One shot swords.
Yeah.
That's
There you go.
really funny.
That's pretty funny.
That's super funny.
For
But it
those
should
of
be
you who
hard
don't-
to aim though. It's gotta be like hard to aim or something. It's gotta have like a wind up or
Well,
something.
so if it's got one shot.
Well, you have to draw it. Well, you got
Yeah.
to convey the fact that he took the gun out and drew it. So it should have like a short charge time between like when you pull the trigger and when it actually fires. So you got to
Sure.
keep it on. I'm like, oh, it's
Sure.
good.
I could get behind that.
That'd be cool. I've been handed I've been handed important information that says that there are people. The people are not specified, but there are people at Human Head who have hated Shane for months for not liking Star Wars. Given that this
Well-
was handed to me by Jake, I'm gonna guess that Jake is one of those people.
Well, you know what? You know what, Jake?
I'm gonna
I
guess
traded you. I got you a Cacturn in Pokemon. You ungrateful
Oh
guy.
man, there's been betrayal here. Apparently,
Ungrateful.
betrayal.
A
Betrayal.
Cacturn.
But apparently, critical information. People hate Shane because he doesn't like
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Well,
Now
you
we
know,
know.
haters gonna hate. Oh crap! I didn't jump in time.
That was your haters gonna hate Jump, man.
That was,
This is like
that was
whatever,
it.
man.
That was it.
I hate Star Wars so much I'm gonna suicide off the space station.
That's right. I mean, I don't hate. Like, I love the games. Like, Dark Forces is awesome.
Yeah.
Jedi
Knight is great.
Jedi Knight is great. Dark Forces.
TIE Fighter is
Knights of the Old
great.
Republic. I
Yeah.
just don't like the movies.
All right,
The movies
all
are
right.
just- George Lucas is
You
not.
gotta stop, man. You gotta stop. You can't
He's-
stop pushing this.
He's not my favorite. Right?
He's
like,
not your favorite.
Indiana Jones is good.
I'm not saying George Lucas is my favorite director either.
Sure.
That's independent of whether or not I think Star Wars is awesome.
Yeah.
So for me, the thing for me is I'm an expanded universe dork.
Okay.
So I have like
Oh, so all that.
yeah, I call them my shelves of shame. Like I have a bunch
Yeah.
of bookshelves at home. I like books. I like reading and I like collecting physical books. Still, it's like my weird Luddite thing.
No,
it's
me
like,
too. Me too.
Yeah. Well, so my rule is it's like my hipster douchey thing where I'm like, is douchey a swear jar? I feel like that's probably a swear jar, right? No.
No, I don't feel that's a swear jar
No.
thing. I don't think that's swear jar worthy.
All right. Well, either way, so for me, it's like, the joke I always make is like, because my girlfriend likes Kindle. So she has a Kindle and she reads everything on Kindle now, and she's always annoyed at me that I don't have one. It's just like she wants to like share a book with me or something like that, and it's like, oh, I don't use a Kindle. I want a physical book. And the thing I always say is like, no one can walk into my apartment and be really impressed with how smart I am by looking at my Kindle, right? It's
Yeah.
like I am big enough to admit that I am a small enough person that part of the reason I have physical books is because I want you to walk into my place and be like, wow,
Oh.
Norman is really well read and such a smart guy. Look at all those books up there.
He knows so much about
He knows
Star
so
Wars,
much about the world.
which doesn't matter anymore.
Right, but so that's the thing. So my bookshelf is arranged. It's like behind. It's like I have my couch, and I have like the bookshelves behind it, kind of. So it's like you can walk between the couch and the bookshelves to get to them.
Yeah.
So if you walk in the apartment, you can see like the top 4 shelves. It's like the tall bookshelves.
Yeah.
So you see like the top 4 shelves. You can't see the bottom 2 shelves.
Right.
The bottom 2 shelves are my shelves of shame.
Yeah.
That's where I have like 2 full shelves of like Star Wars Expanded Universe trade paperbacks.
Yeah.
It's probably like $500.
Yeah.
You know, because they're like whatever, $4 a piece or whatever.
Sure.
It's probably like 500
Wow.
bucks worth of like Star Wars paperbacks that I've collected over 12 years or something like that since
Sure.
I was like a teenager. And I tend to read them in like bursts. So like I'll read a bunch and then I'll be like, okay, I can't do this anymore. I gotta stop. I gotta read something else.
Yeah.
And I might go like a year without, or 2 years, or because I think it's been probably like 2 years since that's not true. No, I bought a couple of Timothy Zahn ones like a year ago. So it's probably been like a year since I last Star Wars trade paperback. And at some point, I'm gonna like be going through Amazon, and one's gonna pop up. I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, they've released like 6 books since the last time I looked. And I'm gonna put all 6 of those books in my shame cart.
Yep.
I'm gonna hit that button, and they're gonna show up in a shameful box like it's porn, and I'm gonna like hide it and open it quietly like Gollum, and then I'm gonna read all those things through, and then I'm gonna feel terrible afterward, but I read them. And that's just like, that's how I work. You guys are learning all kinds of stuff about Shane and I today. This is all kinds of new information.
I think the host was lost, or the connection was lost to the host.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Can't walk on any elevators.
God dang it. Early access bugs, guys. I swear we'll fix these all eventually. What do we got here?
The server just got tired of your story.
Yeah, it's just sick of your
anti
anti-Star Wars propaganda.
No, I think it was your story.
It was my story.
I think the server was with us until
I started
like,
talking about EU stuff, and it's like I can't handle this anymore. Like I gotta move on. Maybe it could be.
That's weird that you called it EU because I thought immediately of like the
European Union.
Thought, wow.
That's what I corrected myself. I'm like expanding universe. I have to be specific to non-nerds like me. Let's see. Thank you for streaming. Yeah, thanks Sohal for being here. Sorry we always stream so late for you guys. But yeah, sorry you had to find out like this Sodatorum. Let's see, what I want to see in minimum the most is No Fear talking in-game and on the forums. I don't know who No Fear is. This is somebody you play against? You want to see him post in the forums? Tell him to post. Tell him, if there's someone you really want to post in the forums, tell him, like, I don't know. We'll do something special for him in some capacity.
I wouldn't do anything special for him.
No?
No.
Something reasonable.
Not unless he gives me a reason to do something special.
Well, no, they're trying to tempt him into posting on the forums, and if this No Fear person is like a person who's playing a lot, I want to hear their opinions.
Oh yeah.
So get him to post.
I don't want to coerce him into it or anything.
No, I'm not saying coerce him, but like
if he's like, yeah, I really like a game, I'm like, thanks.
We give him the beta survivor armor or something, like
sure.
You know. We got stuff we can hand out. Like let him know. Let him know.
We got armors like in piles.
That's right.
We have entire shelves
of armor.
Yeah, that we just
waiting
have.
to be handed out to people.
And I really want to tell you guys about them because they're really awesome, but they're like not for you guys. And
that's so mean. They're not for you guys.
They're not. They're for other people.
You talking about like the Tipsy Dwarf one? Like...
No, I'm talking about the other stuff that Jeff's been working on. Like I don't know
those ones.
Those ones.
Oh, you're talking about those?
Yeah, I'm just gonna tease people with it because I know that information, but I'm not gonna like.
Oh yeah, so no, he's talking about like there's some super secret armors that we yeah. Most of the stuff we do we can show you and tease you guys. Like,
sure.
Yeah, we can't.
This one, I'm just gonna like drop it and like.
Yeah.
Not mention.
Yeah, there's no more information we given out about that, but there's a couple.
But they're really sweet. They're freaking awesome.
There's a couple of really awesome, super cool armors.
Yeah. And like honestly, like if they like. I really want to, like, I would use that armor. I would use, like, one of those armors, like, nonstop. I don't care what loadout I have. I would use that armor.
Use that. It doesn't matter what the stats are. It's just like that armor.
It could make my character worse. And I would still use that armor because it's so awesome.
Oh, man. Diamond Mine, thanks for being here, man. We appreciate it. See, Dickie's asking, what's our favorite games? Like, favorite games of all time? Favorite games we're playing right now? Like, that's a big question.
Quake is my favorite game of all time, hands down.
Quake, really?
Quake 1.
Yeah?
That influenced me as a level designer, like,
That's true.
Hardcore.
That's true.
Hardcore.
Yeah. My favorite of all time. That's super hard. It changes. I mean, it depends on how you're measuring it. Like, if you want to measure it by, like, what's the game I've probably put the most hours of my life into that wasn't, like, an MMO or something like that, Civilization, probably. Like, I've played an incredible amount of Civilization. Every iteration of it, like, all of them.
Yeah.
So, probably Civilization, but... Yeah, I don't know if I'd say it's my favorite game. Beyond Good and Evil is, like, my... I really like Beyond Good and Evil a lot. And I loved Journey a huge amount. So that's up there too. Yeah, I don't know, man. So I guess if you've gotten in my head, I would say Civilization is probably my favorite game. I think that series as a whole. And
it's
then
very solid.
Yeah. And then Beyond Good and Evil I really loved. The Sands of Time, Prince of Persia Sands of Time, another game like I really liked. There's that period there, like Ubisoft put out like 3 or 4 really awesome games in a row. It was like Sands of Time, Beyond Good and Evil, and what's the third one?
Is it like Far Cry 2 or something?
Maybe Far Cry 2 or something like that.
The Far Cry series is really good.
Yeah, there's like a period there where like Ubisoft was just like hit after hit after hit, and they put them all out at the same time. Yeah. And they cannibalize each other, and so they cut the prices like immediately.
Oh,
like,
really?
Sands of Time and Beyond Good and Evil were down to like $25, like within like a couple of weeks of coming out or something like that. So it was like this. It was like a bounty. It was like, oh my god, I can get 3 incredible games for the price of like 1.5, and it was awesome. So I was super happy about that one. Mutant Pen is saying, love the controller support. Thanks, Mutant. Glad you like it. We're trying to work on. It's not like our highest priority, but we want to work on getting even more solid controllers. Because right now we would say we support controllers, but I wouldn't say that we're controller like. We haven't made it like super controller friendly. Leebarg or Grabe, he plays with the controller exclusively. So he's like our controller evangelist around here. So. Toward the end of early access, maybe a little bit after it, we'll try to start getting more like truly solid controller support in there for all the different features. But I'm glad you're enjoying it right now. And we do have I just wanted to let you know we do have a guy here who plays with the controller. So
I think he's the only one though.
I'm pretty sure he's the only one.
Pretty sure he's the only one.
Yeah, but he does though, and he tears it up. Like he does pretty well. So
it is okay.
Oh,
I've talked to him about his primary strategy is just to let someone better on the team carry him to victory. And like he knows this.
Listen, man. Sometimes you need sometimes you gotta be a support.
He's really good support.
He's
a really good support. Like if you're once we get voice chat in and you're playing with Grabe, he will be like the best teammate.
Oh yeah.
Because he is all about communication.
Yeah. So speaking of voice chat, actually. We have that working now internally. So it'll probably be maybe as soon as next week to roll it out. We'll see.
Oh, that would be really fortunate.
Yeah, could be. I don't want to. I'm not promising that, but we've got it working internally now, and so
we like to be optimistic around here.
Yeah,
but
prefer to be optimistic, but
probably not.
Yeah, stuff happens on a regular basis. Yeah. So, but we have it working, and so. Hopefully, in the near future, we'll have voice chat out for you guys there. Let's see here. Gears fan says, "Nice tease with the armor." Yeah. Yep.
Oh man, I'm gonna look at that armor.
I'm just gonna
go over to Jeff's desk and just look at
lovingly.
it. Like,
so awesome. The funny thing is, the people for whom we have generated those assets.
Yeah, which is not the players.
They have access to them.
Oh, really?
And we were talking about letting them. They have minimum keys, right? They can play a minimum. And if they're up for it, we were talking about letting them giving them the armor and letting them use it in game.
That would be cool.
There would be a chance that people could see them in game if those guys wanted to do that, but that's up to them. If they want to do that or not.
Can I get that armor? I would run around in that.
No, we can't have that. It would have to be them making that call.
See, I'm in the same boat, you guys. I want that armor so bad.
They would have to make that call on whether or not that was okay. So yeah. But who knows? Maybe you guys will see it at some point if those parties are interested in doing so.
That would be awesome.
Journey's awesome. Yeah, I loved Journey. The best part about Journey was it was a Junova Chen game, and I liked Flower and I liked Flow and stuff. So I knew I was gonna play it. I saw the art style was gorgeous, so I kind of went in like a media blackout. It was like for like a good like year before the game came out. I'm just like, not reading anything about it. Don't care. I know I'm gonna play it. Everything else is irrelevant. So when I came into it, I had no. And this, so spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't played Journey yet. Possible spoiler. Although I feel like it's too late for that. But I had no idea about the co-op mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
No, and I went into that completely blind. And so, I did like the first section, and I got into that part where the first time they put the other person in there with you, and the other dude comes walking up, and I was like, at first I'm like, oh, it's like an AI buddy or something. I'm getting an AI buddy.
Yeah.
And like the way it's moving, it's like that standard thing of like, the way that thing's moving, I don't know if that's a bot. And like, and you could see like he was like behind a pillar, and he was like kind of like sneaking it because you could tell he was thinking the same thing. He's like, is that a bot? Is that a person? We're both kind of like scoping each other out and kind of like hopping around and doing the singing at each other and things like that. And then there's like, and then even then, like I wasn't 100%. I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is a person, but I'm not totally sold. And then like, within like a couple of minutes later, I'm like, oh no, this is incredible. Like I'm playing with another person now, totally seamlessly, just right in there. I'm playing co-op with someone, and we're singing at each other, and we're trying to show him how to make this jump. Like my initial partner was kind of dumb, and like he couldn't figure out how to make one of the early jumps. I'm like trying to do. I keep jumping down. I'm like, no, you gotta do this. You gotta jump up the fluttery thing and get up here. And that was just such an awesome experience.
And so for certain it was just not like a really smart AI.
I guess I don't know for certain.
You'll never know for certain.
I'll never know for certain. I mean, it shows you when you finish the game. It shows you the names of all the people that you played with over the course of the game.
Yeah.
So unless it was lying,
like
I saw the PSN IDs of the people I played with. So.
Yeah, you die in the void.
Pretty sure that was a real person. Wait, you can't craft armor with a controller?
Yeah, you have to use the keyboard, I think.
Oh, seriously?
I think that's what Grape said.
Oh, we should fix that.
Yeah, I think the button that it's mapped to doesn't actually do that or something.
Really?
I think so. I don't use controller, so I don't know.
Oh,
I just know Grape was like, oh, I have to press M on the keyboard.
Oh, that sucks. All right, Mutant Panda, we'll look at that.
And like being Grape, I didn't really care, so.
You're the worst.
I'm very bad.
You're making us look so bad.
No, that's just me.
In front of our fans.
That's just me. I swear. Everyone else is a really awesome person. I just.
you're the bad egg on the team.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
If it wasn't Grape, it was like TJ or something. I'd be like, oh man, let's fix that right away.
Let's fix that right now.
Yeah.
Holy crap! All right, I wrote it down. I'll make sure that gets looked at. Yeah. Yeah, we're working on finishing it. I mean, even once we finish it, like I said, the idea is that, even once it's finished, hopefully it's not finished. Like, hopefully we can keep updating it. We get a lot of players and things like that, and we would love to keep adding to this game, forever if we could.
Yeah. There's a lot of room for expansion.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things where it's just like, oh yeah, we could go off in any direction we want.
We have more ideas than we have time to implement them.
Yeah.
Which is like, that's the space you want to be in.
I just accidentally... I didn't team kill Dire Player. He just kind of like
bounced off you
and fell off. So that's on him.
Is there any green armor in the game yet? I don't think so. I don't think any of the armor is green.
Some of the samurai is green.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Primarily green.
Yeah, one of the upgrade levels for the samurai is green, I think. Like a kind of a dull forest green sort of thing. I heard Red Human Head developed Arkham Origins for Wii U. Yep, we did. Yeah.
And it was the best Arkham Origins ever.
That's what they said. Yeah, the reviews said that it was the best of the 4 versions. We did that, and we worked pretty hard on it, and it turned out pretty well. So we also did the PS3 demo.
Yeah.
For it, as well. Like we ported the demo from 360, I think, over to PS3.
Yep. I still have to beat that game.
Yeah. Thanks, sorry. I'm glad you're here, man. See you on Friday. Actually, no, we won't see you on Friday because it's going to be 4th of July.
Yeah, we're off on Friday.
So, yeah, we won't be streaming on Friday, guys. So, no Friday stream this week due to the 4th of July.
Which is an American holiday for those of you.
Yeah, for those of you who are out from outside the U.S., it's a U.S. Independence Day holiday. So we'll be hopefully eating brats and in true Wisconsin fashion, we'll hopefully be eating brats and sauerkraut and drinking beer and all that kind of stuff outside. on a beautiful day. Hopefully. Where did you learn to make games? Where did you learn to make games, Shane?
I just started making games when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, I'd start by like drawing levels for like Super Mario or something,
Yeah.
and then like, I'm trying to remember. Like, there was a game for Commodore 64 that had like a little space guy, and it was basically kind of like Donkey Kong, kind of, and it had a level editor with it, and I was like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 years old or something, and I was just like I spent more time with the level editor and that than I did actually playing the game.
Nice.
Because the game wasn't actually that good.
Right.
But the level editor was awesome.
It was
like,
awesome.
oh man, I could add like conveyor belts and stuff. It was great.
Yeah, for me, I guess. I mean, like, it depends what you mean by like making games. Like, I love the Incredible Machine game because you could like make all those crazy Rube Goldberg. Like, you make your own levels and stuff people had to solve.
Yeah.
Which I liked.
That was fun.
But I started if you guys played Zork, old text adventure game. My dad helped me when I was pretty young. I think I was in like 2nd or 3rd grade or something like that. We had this in QBasic. I made like a Zork type of game where you could like type in your commands, you could walk around, like it had a map and items you could pick up and stuff like that. And so I worked on that with my dad. That was probably like the very first game thing I ever did. And then from there it was just a lot of playing around with modding stuff. In college, there was a game development basically on campus, and so Husky Game Development it was called, and so I got into that and made some Half-Life mods and some games on like the Torque engine and stuff like that, and Game Maker and that kind of thing. And then that was what eventually got me into here. So I didn't go to school. I didn't go to one of the gaming universities or something like that. In fact, most of those didn't exist when I started college. I think they were coming in when I finished college, but
that was weird. It's like, wait,
it's weird to think, right?
There's a gaming university now.
I know, yeah. So I got a computer science degree. I think you got a computer science degree too, right?
Yeah. I actually tried to teach myself some language in like elementary school.
Yeah.
I checked a book out from the library and I read like the first 5 pages and I was like, nah.
No, not happening.
So. I'll wait until later. And then I taught myself C++ in high school.
Oh, nice.
And then I didn't use it for a couple of years and then
forgot
everything and
So we went to school for programming. Programming is a pretty solid. If you want to go into games, programming is a pretty solid way to get in there. Everyone always needs programmers all the time.
Programmers, artists.
Yeah.
Not level designers.
Yeah. Not so much level designers. Well, the problem is, like I said, it's hard. It's like, what do you need a degree in if you want to be a level designer, right?
It's
like unless you go to one of the gaming schools nowadays, which I guess you could do. It's like you maybe you get a CS degree and then you learn to do level design on your own. Or
I've got some. I went to Milwaukee High School of Arts, so I've got art and computer science. And I don't use either of those in level design.
You do some art.
I not for level design.
You don't make environment art anymore, but you
that's true.
You're still thinking about the composition of the level and how things are gonna look.
I can map things out, but you don't really need to be an artist for that. I mean, it totally helps.
It helps.
It definitely helps, but. So
not necessary, definitely.
Basically, I mean, there's a lot of tools out there now. It's probably easier to practice game design now, on your own than it ever was.
Oh yeah.
All we could really do is mods for Doom or something.
Yeah. There's a lot of cool tools, especially for level design. So they just make Portal maps.
Yeah.
The Portal level designer is so nice and friendly and
Well, the actual one or the.
No, the
cube one where you do draw layouts.
The cube one where you draw layouts, Because it's just so easy to use.
It's really easy to use.
If you just want to the basics of flow and directing people and how they handle things, you can learn a ton just from making Portal maps on that thing.
Yep. Same thing with the Far Cry editor is actually super simple to use. It's like I picked it up in 5 minutes. I knew everything, literally everything there was to know about the editor.
Wow.
It's just terrain and placing meshes, and that's it.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So that was awesome. You could do that on PS3 and Xbox, I think, too. Really? So yeah, they had a level editor for consoles.
Awesome.
It was I was really impressed with that.
Didn't one of the Halo games have that too?
They had a mode where you could do something. I don't know what that guy's doing.
Yeah.
They had a I don't know if it was a full editor, but it was you could place items and maps and stuff.
I feel like I remember that.
Yeah. There was like I think that people actually came up with their own game mode doing that, where it was like golf or something.
Really?
I think I never played Halo, but like I knew a little bit about it.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, it was great when players get that freedom to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's great.
Definitely. So will there be any armor the public can buy that have extra particle effects like the Arcane is in Dota 2? Yes to definitely yes to the first part, which is that we're armor like skins basically are something that we're going to add down the road. So that'll be armor that's purely a cosmetic change. So it won't have any stats that you can't get by the normal unlock process, but it'll have like visual differences.
Yeah.
Whether or not that'll include particle effects, probably. Like almost, I'm almost certain we'll do. We've joked a ton about the cat helmet. Everyone wants to have like a neon cat helmet that like makes a rainbow trail behind you, and stuff like that. So we'll definitely have cosmetic armor that you can buy. I don't know when. I don't know if it'll have particle effects for sure. I'm sure some of them will. I don't know what percentage of them will though. Let's see. Redrum's asking, when are you gonna fix the auto balance? Please be more specific with your query.
There was a thread about.
They're talking about the thing where it keeps separating friends.
Friends, I think.
Yeah,
but
so
that's not a bug, really.
Yeah, that's not so much a bug as it is like we had a ton of complaints.
Yeah.
That so previously the auto balancer tried to keep friends together, and we had a ton of complaints that it was ending up like it tends to be like your friends are both good. And so it was just resulting in really unbalanced games because you'd end up with two good people that kept together, even though the game would have been a lot more balanced for everybody if it separated them.
Yeah.
So we disabled that weight in decision tree, so that now it balances them. Like now it doesn't consider that anymore. And then at the same time when we did that, we also fixed it was totally broken before because the stat it was supposed to be looking at to compare your skill levels was just like not being recorded, so it was always 0. So it didn't actually have any information to go on for skill level. So it was purely your account level and then whether or not you were friends. So we fixed the stat recording so it actually has a meaningful skill stat now, and we disabled the friend weight, so that it doesn't keep friends together at the expense of having a balanced game. So if that's what you're talking about, that's working as intended for now. Down the road we might once the player base bulks up a little more, once we leave early access and we can do better skill-based matchmaking just like right off the bat. We'll look at revisiting that kind of thing. But for now, we think this is better it's better to have balanced games rather than stomps where two people are on the same team. So that's the reasoning that we have. The Forge for Halo, yeah, that's what it was. The Forge is what it was called. Let's see, what are your thoughts on adding the half power up level to Titan kills? Which I mean when a player is the one to kill the Titan as opposed to turrets. You're just saying giving out the half weapon power level when you kill a Titan? Yeah, I guess we could. I mean, it's a minor enough bonus that it doesn't seem like a major difference either way.
Yeah. Like you're killing a Titan.
I could even see doing more than that, like giving you like a full-on level 5 or something if you get the last hit.
Or at least a temporary.
But the thing is, that's mostly a luck thing. Like if 3 people are shooting it, the one who gets the last hit is kind of like...
Hooray.
Hooray, you got it, but it's not necessarily indicative of any particular, skillful approach or anything like that.
Did you see that kill I got?
No, I missed it.
I did that and like redirected it right down on top of him.
On top of the elevator?
Yeah,
Nice.
that was pretty awesome.
I
like that. That's
awesome.
why redirect sucks, because like he was totally behind cover.
He was behind it and you got him anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm really good.
Yeah, I'm so good. I'm about to watch it on replay. Nice. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was awesome, right?
That was pretty good. Yep.
So it's awesome, but it's not awesome at the same time.
Right, awesome, but not awesome.
For me, it's not awesome for him. It was like, oh man, I totally got away. Now you do that.
Yeah. Gurfest was asking, don't you get rewards when you lose the game, or it doesn't show yet? You get the rewards whether you win or lose. Sometimes they don't show. That's just like a UI bug. But you get rewards either way. Winning or losing doesn't matter. He was saying, can you add a cosmetic option for loads of dollars that makes the base character model and all armors a reflective gold? Maybe. Are you willing to buy that option? if a bunch of you here are willing to pay many dollars for that option,
Yes.
then yeah, I suppose.
That's how
I
capitalism
guess.
works.
Yeah, maybe it's capitalism, baby.
That's it. You want it, we'll make it.
If you want it, we'll provide it. But yeah, reflection's not really a thing that Minimum does. So
yeah, not really.
I'm not necessarily sure that we could do truly reflective gold.
No,
I'm not sure we could even do that.
We could do like an environment map
Yeah.
kind of thing. But there's like nothing. Yeah, there's like nothing in the game that uses the environment mapping.
Maps, yeah.
So it's like I mean we have it. We can do it.
Yeah. It's just not really in our style space.
Yeah, I actually think the new team deathmatch map has like minimum or TimeGate already set up the environment mapping for that level.
Oh really?
But I'm like, I don't know what.
What are we gonna use it
What
for?
are we using it for? Like what?
Water? Maybe
why?
do the water?
They don't because like the water is just like this ugly blue.
Yeah, it's just
This is
flat
like
blue
bright
thing,
ugly
yeah.
blue. So I honestly don't know. I thought maybe like the dragon in that level was metal or something.
Oh, like the statues. Maybe?
But it's like
yeah.
you can't even you can't even tell. So I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not sure why it's there.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just an exercise to see like, hey, what can we use this on?
Yeah. So yeah, and on the topic of microtrans, yeah, so we're gonna do like a cosmetic store at some point. That'll probably be part of getting out of early access.
Yeah.
We'll be having a cosmetic store in the game. So definitely, thanks for being here, Diamond Mine. We appreciate it. Glowing gold like golden creeps. Yeah, maybe that. Yeah. Potentially, definitely. All right, guys, it's been an hour, a little more than an hour.
It's been an hour. I guess we'll play this match.
Yeah, we'll play out this round here and
I don't know,
finish
this
it.
round's been going a long time. It's pretty even.
Yeah, it's been an even match. It's been a good fight. So we'll play out this round. If you guys have any other questions that you guys want to get in before we wrap the stream up, now's the time. So start firing them at us. Like I said, we won't be streaming on Friday due to the 4th of July. But we'll be back next week at a regularly scheduled time, Wednesday and Friday. We'll probably do some giveaways next week. We haven't done a giveaway in a little while.
Yeah, that's true.
So we'll do like a post 4th of July giveaway. So yeah.
Every copy of Minimum comes with complimentary freedom.
That's right, comes with complimentary freedom.
Whether you want that freedom or not.
If you want it or not, it's coming your way, man. Are you guys adding a free-for-all mode? Potentially, yeah.
Yeah. That would be...
It's a pretty...
yeah to that potentially, not like, yeah, we are.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want my comment
to be
like,
construed as...
to be misconstrued, and people are like, yeah, this guy said it totally
it's
was.
definitely coming. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be too tough to add it to the TDM maps.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be too difficult. Once we separate the TDM and Titan mode into separate queues, we could probably make like the TDM mode bounce around between like free for all and team deathmatch and various deathmatch modes. Basically, make it a deathmatch queue, and then that'd be an easier way to get some of that stuff in there. See, one last one. When are you gonna release today's patch notes? They're on the forum actually already. If you look, there's not a lot to them. It's pretty much we put the polished up version of hashtag free for all confirmed. We put out the finalized version of Disaster Zone and a couple of like performance and stability fixes that we put out there. So if you look on the Steam forums, they're out there. Let's see. I think you guys already have models for the co-op. Hoping to see it soon. Yeah, I mean, part of the co-op will be. Well, I don't want to say too much too early, but we've got all these different armor sets and things like that, so we can do some pretty cool stuff. Like this is a wave of samurai coming at you with the samurai armor and katanas and stuff like that. And, this is the tactical wave of snipers wearing sniper armor and using the sniper rifle and stuff like that.
Yep.
So we've already got with the variation we've already got in the game, we've got quite a few ways to vary up how that stuff behaves. So in addition to hopefully a few actually unique horde specific enemies to mix in there and make it interesting. How many rounds has this been? And both walls are still up?
I have no idea.
It's got to have been. This has got to be at least the third round here, starting up.
I feel like I should start playing for real.
Yeah.
And just ignore you and just start playing.
Just start playing?
Yeah.
You gotta build some armor, man. That's the problem. You're holding your team
build
back.
Armor, never.
You're holding your team back, man.
Never
If you had
do that.
armor, If you had armor, you'd be winning this game right now.
Maybe
If you had armor, that guy wouldn't just kill you.
Here's
He
the thing,
didn't kill you though.
If I build armor, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna build the exact wrong armor.
The exact wrong armor.
And I'm gonna get like I have no idea what armor I shouldn't build for this loadout, so but that would be it.
Thanks, Mutant Panda. See you in the game, man. Thanks. We're like I said, we really appreciate all you guys who are playing right now, who are giving us feedback during early access. Can't say enough how much. So the funny thing is, and I mean it when we say we appreciate that. So I used to think prior to doing these streams, sometimes you'd see like, sort of like mid-level celebrities where they'd say like, "Oh, my fans are so important to me. Like, I love my fans, and the reason I do it." And I was kind of like, it's probably BS. You don't think they're bad people or anything like that, but I'm just like, do they really care that much about their fans, or is it just sort of like,
Money.
that's what they gotta say, because because the fans are what keep you up there. But like after doing this, like, no, I think it's actually it's no bullshit. Like, no, I actually like every time one of you guys comes on here and you're like, "Hey, I just bought the game, I love it." I'm like, in that moment, I love you.
Especially if it's like super early or super late.
Yeah.
Like, what am I gonna like wake up at 5 a.m. for?
Yeah.
To not miss like Evo.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe the birth of my son. Maybe.
Yeah, it's like you're up at 5 to watch a stream, or like it's like it's midnight and you got off of work and you're watching us anyway, and like you're on here and you're talking to us, and it's like, seriously, guys, like no BS, like we love that.
Yeah.
Like we are so happy and so grateful every time one of you does that. Like that's the way it is.
And it's not like this is even like a really good stream, right? Like this is just a standard like, we're playing some games and talking about minimum. And like
and someone's still up 5 in the morning like watching us.
It's not like, we're revealing the brand new
brand new mode and like
brand new mega armor.
That's right. Yep. Exactly. Like we're teasing you guys and stuff. Like
I can be mean to you guys talking about armor that you
have
nothing to know about.
Can't see.
That makes me feel really happy.
What makes Shane happy, what he's trying to say is that being mean to you guys is what gets him through the day.
That's right.
That's what Shane is saying.
It's what it's all worth.
It makes everything worthwhile. So yeah, honestly, guys, like seriously, huge boost for us every time you guys talk to us. Whenever you interact with us on the forums, I mean, even some of the angry posts, right? Like if they're not like the really like the clearly like some guys, like, there's some guy a couple of days ago who like posted like 15 threads of like worst game ever, don't buy it. It was just like full of just like.
And he was angry.
He was just angry. It's like, we get it. It's like he's mad. You know, like.
But that doesn't help us make the game better.
Exactly. It's like I would have preferred to help him. Like if he would have posted like one of those threads in like a slightly more understandable tone, like we would have loved to talk to him and like, man, we're really sorry. It sucks when someone feels that way, and we want to like try to help him and try to make it better for him. But so other than those like weird outliers, like even the threads that are like complaining about stuff, it's like, no, like we want to hear that. Like we want to know what what you guys think is not going right, or what you guys think is detracting from the game for you, or that kind of stuff. And like we want to make adjustments to that stuff.
I mean, we might not always agree with you. Like if you really like the speedy shotgun how it was before, it's like we will respectfully disagree. We will respectfully
disagree sometimes. Or you're adamant that swords are completely broken and overpowered in their current state. It's like, there's some things about that we think we need to tweak still, but they're not ridiculous.
They're pretty decent at the moment. I mean, they're totally not dominating.
Yeah. Although I think it was Sonatorm who posted some stuff about like tweaking the how the damage lines up on the hits to make it so you can hit all 3 of them instead of just the last 2. I did think that was a pretty solid suggestion. But yeah. Let's see here. How does energization work? Oh, you probably mean when the announcer says your Titan has been energized. Yeah, that's super unclear. That's the golden creep, basically. If your team or the other team collects that golden creep, that's when she says like your Titan has been energized. And that's basically really it's just like getting a bunch of extra creeps essentially. It's like worth like
10
creeps or something like that. I think.
I still don't know if it's 10 or 6. Because like it used to say like 10, but it actually gave you 6, and I think we fixed that.
I think we fixed that, yeah. But
I'm not certain. I've never like gone on and like counted.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, it's a multi creep. You get it, and it gives you more creeps than a normal creep would be worth, essentially. I think it also gives you some minor stat boosts beyond that, or something like that too. That's why you get the golden icon on it. So thank you for being here, guys. that's been fixed at 10. That's what Jake says. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Really appreciate you coming to the stream. If you don't follow us already, please follow us on Twitch. Please like us on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube.
Oh man, Dire Player's on my team now.
Oh, you can keep playing. You don't have to stop. We're just gonna stop the stream.
I gotta go to the bathroom though. It's been an hour, people.
It's been an hour. I'm super hungry. I'm like
Really?
starving right now.
I have a banana at my desk. You can have.
I'm allergic. He's trying to murder me. You all heard it on stream.
No.
Shane is trying to assassinate me.
I totally forgot because it's so weird that you're.
Because it's so weird that I'm gonna let you do a banana. Like, what the heck? So, is a double gold creep drop intentional? Not intentional per se. It's a side effect of the pickup health.
Yeah, I hate it.
It's way too strong,
It's
probably.
way too strong.
Yeah. So not exactly
I mean-
intentional, but I mean it is like
It used to be worse. I mean, it used to
Yeah.
be like it drops 2 of every
single thing. Yeah.
And TJ, like, if you don't know, Weapon Tinker loves to abuse broken weapons.
Yeah.
And he has like all the special weapons before
Yep.
everyone else has them.
Yep.
And when he had the pickup hell, like it was just like the scores were like 70-2
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
something. Like what the
It
heck?
was a little brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah. So be thankful it's not that.
Yeah, be
version of the
thankful it's
weapon.
not that bad. Yeah. But anyway, guys, like I said, please like us. Follow us on Twitch. We do these every Wednesday and Friday, except for this Friday. We're gonna be off for the 4th, but normally we do. We love talking to you guys. Love interacting with you guys. And so yeah, please keep joining us, and please tell your friends about the game. Let them know. Gift them copies. We'll probably do some giveaways next week, so let them know to come by the stream. So thank you guys a lot. And Shane's gonna keep playing for a little while. So if you guys are in a game with him, he'll still be there. But that's it for the stream, guys. So thank you very much.